So, um, talking about words. I saw this YouTube video. Motherfucker was talking about, you know, he was living in Africa and they didn't have any written word or whatever, right? Something like that. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about, but he was trying to diss like Africa because whatever, where he was, they didn't have a written language or any records. And it had me thinking, this motherfucker, I started thinking about, recording things and dictation. The pyramids, nobody know how to do that shit. Nobody got a record of how they build that shit. And we still haven't figured that shit out. I mean, this guy was going on and on about how it was so great that the Europeans or whoever, they got a written language and whatever. But I'm like, hey, it is what it is. If a motherfucker ain't want to do that shit, a motherfucker ain't had to do that shit. Period with that. But I just want to go a little further. Let's see. Listening to some music. Jazz musician by the name of Miles Davis. And he was doing a concert, I believe it was 85, back in the 80s. And his band and himself, they were doing Michael Jackson's Human Nature. At this point in my life, I don't really care to hear the lyrics for Michael Jackson's Human Nature. But I do love that instrumental and that track. And if I had an option, because I don't own it, a copy, to go out and purchase the instrumental or the written version, it would be no contest. I wouldn't even think about. I'm looking at this whole word thing and why this guy was so upset, and he was going on and on about the Africans not having a written language, and I'm like, yo, seems pretty smart to me. Because guess what? Shit that we got written down, ain't none of that shit set in stone. Let's take the word cash, for example. It's an English word. If I look at this word, I see a bunch of symbols. I see a crescent moon. I see a pyramid. I see a snake. And I see a damn ladder. Right? And I'm like, but these things that I see have come together and we got this word that we call cash. what that is some mental slavery. These words. When you put a word or create a word, what you're trying to say is that there are that there is a limit. This is the extent that it can go. It can't go no further. And all I can say about that is it's not in alignment with the planet. It's not in alignment. I look up in the sky, I don't see no motherfucking roof up there. And if it does exist, that motherfucker, hey, shit, I don't know. I ain't heard a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, that ran into the roof of to the planet yet. So with these words, and how this guy was, I mean, he was upset and he was kind of like talking down on the Africans. And that's why I know that, that the Africans must have built the pyramids, because if they don't have a written language and there's no record of how to build the pyramids, hey, it is what it is. I mean, this guy was upset. The video, I don't even want to talk about it. But these words and these limits that these words cause of bringing the B, shit ain't right. Shit fucked up. To be honest. My words ain't got no limits. Communication and all of this shit. I was watching some videos. They got all these labels and names of places. Because somebody been there and said, hey, guess what? This is so-and-so and this is so-and-so. I'm like, who the fuck are you to say this shit and tell me, goddammit, since you know what I'm saying, got this much power, nigga, who do I talk to get the weather to change? You got a lot of fucking power to say this shit, so you should be in control of this bitch. You can change the air. You can change the climate. And if you can't, nigga, I ain't accepting your labels. It's point blank, period. Yeah. Believe in the planet. That's where I put my faith, my trust. I don't know. I definitely, humans, fuck that. Like I said, 4-5. If you don't know what that means, Watch my other videos.